Hello, Mike from Canavan Wealth. I am continuing my stories here on kind of books that changed my life. The first one, What Got You Here Won't Get You There, led to lots and lots of self-improvement books, which I will come back to and cover. But I'm going to jump ahead to this one, Good Economics for Hard Times, which I mentioned in a recent video about, kind of my recent fascination with macroeconomics. And this is kind of where I started when I've, wanted to start learning about that. It's written by Abhijit Banerjee and Esther Duflo. I'm sure I massacred their names. They won the Nobel Prize in 2019 for economics. Here it is on Amazon if you want to peek at it. They did not get the prize for the book. I believe they got the prize for the study that they did that they mention frequently throughout the book. Why I found this book so fascinating, why I think it's a very good starting point, is that economics has changed, I've learned because of this book, in recent years. Economics used to be, it's a social science, was largely practiced on first principles, where they theorize what would be, what should make sense, and then you make good economic policies based on these first principles, like supply and demand and things like that. And starting in really the 1980s, I guess, because of a couple of different factors. One is that we started having access to computers that could compile data and made economic studies much easier. And then the other would be that there started to be more funding for true studies, experiments around economics to help start making better economic decisions. And since that started in the 80s, we now have 40 years of these studies. And what the book does, I think, is tries to go through all the different areas that are challenging the world and try and, in as unbiased a way as possible, try and decipher what do we know from these studies. They are very clear that when you deal with economics and people and different communities and different countries, that it's very hard to just say, well, this study is, similar to this. We draw this conclusion between them because of how difficult it is to really get rid of all of the different variables that go into these studies. So they're very straightforward about what they think they can accomplish by looking at these studies, but very interesting stuff. They're both university economists down in the weeds doing real economic studies, covering real experiments. These are not talking heads with an agenda that are trying to push some agenda. They're university professors. I'm sure they lean left. You could, without a doubt, some of the chapters in here will seem like, boy, this is just supporting some, kind of liberal agenda. Give them time, right? If you're offended by that or don't want to listen to that, give them time, because I think you will find that the conclusions that this book makes and the suggestions they have for what will be good economic policy in the very near future, because of these hard times that everyone knows are coming and have always been coming, I think you will find that they are fairly apolitical, and they are not an agenda that either party is pushing right now. So give it a chance. If you think it's politically motivated, I do not believe it is. And I think you'll be surprised by the conclusions. I'm going to cover a lot of things that this book has taught me in coming videos, but in this, I really just wanted to kind of cover the book as a great starting point, that if you want to learn about macroeconomics in a entertaining way, was a very easy book to read and very, very interesting if you have the spare thought process to try, to work through it, even though it's not a very tough book to follow or work through. So thanks for your time and listening. This has been Mike from Canavan Wealth, and I will talk to you soon. Thank you.